Staying with insecurity, the Nigerian Army says it will not dialogue with armed bandits or kidnappers, but it will continue to hit hard on the terrorists until peace is restored in all troubled communities, especially in the northern part of the country. The general officer commanding a division in Sokoto, Major General Godwin Matkut, stated this in Gusau, the Zamfara State capital, and Theophilus Darufai tells us more.
Communities and highways in Zamfara and other states in the northwest region are experiencing the resurgence of banditry and kidnapping. The latest was the ambush on policemen at a checkpoint in Bungudu local council of Zamfara State, which led to the death of 4 police officers last Tuesday. But the general officer commanded 8th Division Nigerian Army says the army will not succumb to any pressure to reconcile with the armed bandits and other enemies of peace. The army general stated this while inaugurating RSM House at the Army Cantonment in Gusau.
They've been dealt with. That's why they are calling for negotiation. And that's why they said they want to come out and talk with us. But we are saying talking is not the solution. If they want to surrender, they should come out outrightly and surrender. Nobody negotiated with them before going to the bush. When they wanted to pick up arms against the government, we didn't negotiate with them before they did that. And now that they feel the fire is on them and they want to negotiate, well, I won't call it negotiation. They should just come out and surrender. That's all. Negotiation, I feel, is a booby trap. They've done this in the past and it didn't yield any result. So why still repeating the same mistake again? When they are ready, come out, surrender. We welcome them.
General Matkut says troops will continue to pursue the terrorists into their hideouts, despite the start of rainy season, which makes it more difficult for troops to access their camps.
Before now, there were plenty places we've not entered. But as it is now, despite the rain, we are going to places that the bandits ab initio believe we don't have the means of entering those places. There are places surrounding the whole of this Zamfara. All the bushes, nooks and crannies, we've been going there and we've been giving them bloody nose.
He says the army is proud of the 1 Brigade Nigerian Army Gusau, especially in neutralizing bandits and the rescue of hostages. The assurances by the army authorities to rid Zamfara and other northern state of insecurity is coming at a time the Zamfara State Governor Dodalo is seeking the support of the defense headquarters and the European Union to tackle the menace of banditry and kidnapping in the state. Theophilus Darufai, TVC News, Gusau.
The Department of State Service has charged former Central Bank Governor Godwin Matkut to court. Recall that an Abuja High Court had on Thursday this week ordered the DSS to either charge Mr. Matkut to court or release him on administrative bail. The service had in 2022 applied for a court order to detain him in respect of a criminal investigation. And though the former CBN governor had obtained a restraining order from an FCT High Court, the service arrested him in June this year on the strength of suspected fresh criminal infractions or information, one of which forms the basis for his current prosecution. And the DSS assures the public of professionalism, justice, and fairness in handling the matter. Operatives of the Ilorin Zonal Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have arrested 13 Chinese nationals over alleged illegal mining activities. The suspects, comprising a female and 12 males, were arrested at the GRA area of Ilorin. The offense is contrary to and punishable under Section 1, subsection 8b of the Miscellaneous Offences Act of 1983. And prior to their arrest, investigations on the activities of illegal miners in the state had revealed that the operators have different illegal mining sites in almost all local government areas. The Ilorin Zonal Commander of the EFCC, Michael Zekwe, says the suspects will be arraigned in court upon the conclusion of ongoing investigations. In Taraba State, the House of Assembly has cleared Governor Agbo Kefas's 21 commissioner nominees for appointment as members of the state's Executive Council. Chairman of the House Committee on Information, Nelson Lent, says the State Assembly is impressed with their level of competency. Owolabi Adenusi filed in this report.
The House Chairman on Information said the commissioner nominees were all cleared at the end of rigorous exercise. He explained that there was an act of omission from the governor as there was no nominee from Yoro local government area of the state.
21 nominees were sent into the House by the executive governor for screening and confirmation, which few minutes ago we just concluded the process. I will tell you from what you ask is not an oversight. I want to assure you the executive governor is fully aware of this and is working on it. And I assure you and I assure the people of Yoro that he's going to come up with something to represent them. It is their constitutional right, and it is stated in the Constitution as well that at least a nominee of commissioner, one from each local government, should be represented.
He commended the governor for attaching the portfolios of the nominees, which he believed helped the lawmakers to ask specific questions to ascertain their level of competence.
The House is very much impressed with this set of nominees. You can tell for yourself, this wasn't just a mere exercise. They were thoroughly screened, and you can tell from what they presented before the House, they are well experienced and vast in areas where they are posted to serve. And I want to assure you and I want to let you know that this particular House will work hand in hand to see that these nominees, by the time they are being sworn in, they deliver on their mandate. This is the first time, if I am not quoted wrong, that nominees are sent into the House with portfolios attached to them. This is for the purpose of being concise on questions that should be asked to those nominees. And you will believe me that they did very well, and the House are very impressed with their performance.
The House also approved over 40 advisors for the governor.
Outside Nigeria now, India's space agency has launched its homegrown Chandrayaan-3 moon mission at the Satish Dhawan Space Center today. Built on a budget under $75 million, the Chandrayaan will attempt to land a rover on the moon and establish India as a formidable force in space exploration. A 43.5-meter launch vehicle will blast the spacecraft into an elliptical Earth orbit before it loops forward or towards the moon for a scheduled landing near the moon's south pole around August the 23rd this year. If successful, Chandrayaan-3 will make India the fourth nation to successfully land a spacecraft on the moon, joining the Soviet Union, the United States, and China.